Catus Maximus here, this time with a quick review of the Cen-Tech 67980 digital inspection camera. We're getting a little bit of the video interference here. It's like putting two mirrors together. This is a pretty nice pendant style digital inspection camera. It's a pretty nice, pretty nice because I like the pendant style versus the ones that are shaped more like a drill. I understand why they're shaped like that, but first I kind of like the pendants where you can just set them down flat in view. It has, of course, removable and interchangeable heads. This is a older unit. This was like the first of their high resolution ones, and they haven't sold it actually for like a year or two. And I think it's a real shame because I think it was one of the better units. One of the best features of this unit is the fact that the power button is a physical disconnect type button, the physical power switch, not a software button. And so the battery doesn't drain down. One of the issues is if you have any device where it has a soft button to turn on and off, it means it's always having a little bit of draw on the battery in order to monitor the power button being pressed. This is a physically disconnecting power button, so the battery is always great. Lithium-ion, and you can have it on the shelf for a couple months, and when you turn it on, you actually have power. It's quite nice. It takes SD card memory, so you can record video and take pictures. I think its resolution is 640 by 480. Here is the charging port side. So it's a dual color red-green LED for charging. It has a composite video out, a USB out, and it just shows up as a drive, so you can copy the videos right off the memory card. Of course, the input for the charging port, and it can take a microphone and you can record with that, and then the same port is also for headphones. So I thought that's pretty handy because you can record whatever you see, say a mouse nest in a wall, and actually show the whoever you need to the actual video of what you saw rather than describing it. This does have an 8mm head. This is the one that it comes with. Let's see if we can't get a nice I'm just having a hard time focusing on that. There we go. There's the head. There's a nice shot of the head. It's really small, 8mm. So you have the little lens, just a fixed focus lens, and then the LED. If you use it for an extended period of time, it does get pretty darn hot. I also have a second head. This is a larger, slightly lower resolution head, but it does have two LEDs. If we can get it to focus here. Gosh, this camera just does not like to focus sometimes. There we go. And it has quite a bit of protection. This is a large, like 12mm head. What I like is it has a very stiff neck. And the reason that's important is because it comes with all these different accessories here, which are like little mirrors. You can see the little mirror right there. You have a little hook, and you have a little magnet. So you can use this to retrieve items like bolts that you've lost in an engine bay. And if you need the neck of the camera to really stay straight, I really like the heavy-duty thick gauge one versus this thinner gauge. This seems like a higher quality camera, but it is just so thin that it can't support itself when it's extended out. Here we go, we got it turned on. You use the two arrow keys to increase and decrease the brightness of the LED. You can also zoom in and out. It's a digital zoom like a 2x, but that's still pretty handy. And you can record video, change the mode for recording. Here's a quick look at the 12mm head with its two lights. So that was just a quick review of the Harbor Freight digital video inspection camera. Another thing to mention is that these heads are waterproof. They're not chemical resistant, so you wouldn't want to stick them down into a gas tank or into a pool of oil potentially, but they're waterproof for plumbing uses and that kind of stuff. So anyway, thanks for watching, and feel free to subscribe. Catus Maximus out.